What if I told you the reason that you don't remember your past lives is because you chose not to? Not by mistake, not by punishment, but by design. Today, we're lifting the veil. Hi, I'm Chris, and this is Earth Awakens. If you've ever had the feeling that something's missing, that you're meant for more, that you once knew something but lost it, you're not alone. Almost everyone on this planet is born into a kind of forgetting. We come in as clean slates, no memory of past lives, no conscious awareness of where we came from or who we really are. This phenomenon is widely known as the veil. It's a spiritual amnesia, a layer of forgetfulness that separates our human mind from the fullness of our soul's memory. But here's the twist. This veil, it wasn't forced on you. You agreed to it before you ever took your first breath. And once you understand why, you might never see your life in the same way again. When a soul incarnates on earth, it forgets everything. You don't remember who you were before. You don't remember your purpose. You don't even remember that this world is temporary. Instead, you wake up in a dense, confusing reality. You're taught who you are by your parents, your culture, your environment. You're told what's real and what isn't. The pain feels real. The fear, very real. The separation, absolutely real. And with that separation comes suffering. We feel alone, isolated, disconnected from source, from each other, even from ourselves. The veil makes life feel like a test we can't study for, a path we can't remember choosing, and often a burden that we don't understand. This is where the questions start. If the soul is so powerful and so wise, why on earth would it choose to forget? Why would you come to this world and leave behind your past, your purpose, your connection to the divine love? The idea seems cruel, doesn't it? We spend years, even decades, just trying to figure out what the heck we're doing here. People fall into depression. They search for meaning. They chase success, relationships, religion, anything to fill that void. And some never find it because they don't remember. So again, why choose that? Why would a soul, your soul, willingly agree to walk into the dark, blind and alone? Imagine playing a video game, but you already know every outcome, every secret door, every plot twist. Is it fun? Maybe. But is it meaningful? Not really. The soul incarnates here for one reason: experience. And experience requires mystery. It requires uncertainty. It requires the risk of forgetting. When we don't know who we are, we feel. We cry, we hope, we fear, we love. Not just with our minds, but with our hearts. And that's the point. The veil isn't punishment. It's depth. It's weight. It's a filter that turns abstract wisdom into embodied truth. Without it, Earth would just be a vacation. But with it, it becomes a crucible, a place where souls forge emotional intelligence, compassion, and resilience. And pre-birth planning is something many people recall during past life regressions. Souls gather with guides to choose their life path. And in that meeting, the veil is part of that agreement. Because when you forget, you get to discover. You get to make real, unscripted choices. You get to feel the weight of uncertainty and still choose love. You said yes to forgetting so that when you do remember, it's not because someone told you. It's because you, your soul, woke up. And that kind of remembering, that's the most powerful of all. The veil isn't permanent. That's the good news. The veil isn't a wall. It's more like a curtain. And over time, as your soul grows, as your awareness expands, you start to see through it. Maybe you've had some of those moments already. A dream that felt more real than waking life. A sudden memory that didn't belong in this lifetime. A moment of intuition that couldn't be explained. The chills when you meet someone and you just know you've met before. These aren't random. They're the veil, thinning. And it doesn't happen by accident. It happens because your soul is ready. You don't have to fully remember your past lives to live a meaningful life. You don't have to pierce the veil completely to grow, to love, or to awaken. The forgetting isn't the problem. It's part of the curriculum. But for some of us, the soul whispers. It nudges. It aches to remember. And when that longing stirs, that's when we begin to seek, to meditate, to journal, to explore regression, intuitive work, or spiritual study. Not to prove anything, but to reconnect. Because every glimpse behind the veil, every spark of remembrance, anchors you deeper into your purpose. It reminds you that this life isn't random, that your struggles aren't meaningless, that your soul is still with you, guiding from behind the curtain. So if you feel called to remember, follow that call, but do it gently, with love, and trust that what you need will come when you're ready. Choosing to forget and then remember isn't just a test, it's training. Many believe that souls who incarnate on Earth are learning to become creators, guides, builders of future worlds. And what better way to train a creator than to make them forget who they are, drop them in the densest reality possible, and see if they can still find their way back to love. Because if you can love in this world, with all its pain, its noise, its amnesia, then you're ready to create new ones. This veil, it's not just spiritual memory loss, it's a soul-initiated rite of passage. And every moment you live consciously, kindly, courageously, you're lifting it. You're proving that even without memory, you remember. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're not abandoned. You're brave. You're a soul that chose to forget, not as punishment, but as possibility. To live with depth. To love without guarantees. To seek your own truth. And maybe, just maybe, to remember. You're not the first to wear the veil, and you won't be the last. But now you know it's there. And that knowing, that awareness, that's the first thread you'll pull. Until one day, the whole curtain falls away. Have you ever felt like you knew something but forgot it? Like part of you remembers something beyond this life? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you're curious about lifting the veil, safely and gently, we'll be diving into that in future videos on this channel. So be sure to subscribe and keep walking this path with us. Until then, walk in the light, choose kindness, and remember this life is short, but your soul is forever.